Fighters, you hear it all the time, every day. If you're pricing your work properly, you hear your price is too high. Today on Contractor Fight TV, I'm going to dig into 3 ways that you can justify your pricing so that it actually makes sense to the prospect. Let's go. All right, so before we dig into how to justify your prices, I want to be very clear here because one of the things we teach in our sales training is that you don't justify your higher prices like when you're on the phone with a prospect and you're talking money and budget and things like that. Okay, you don't justify, you don't defend. However, I'm going to share with you 3 things here, 3 ways that you can justify why you're more money without you like coming across like you're defending it. Like, well, we have overhead and we have this and blah, 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 and the other guy's an idiot. All right. And also, before we dig in, let's define the word justify in the context of this. It's to show or prove to be right or reasonable. So you give somebody a price, or somebody looks on your website, hopefully you have your pricing on your website of ranges of what things cost and starting at prices and things like that. Okay, justifying your price is really about proving that it's reasonable that you're charging that much money. Okay, and really it's answering a couple questions. Why are you worth more? And what will prove that you are worth more? Okay, way number 1 is you justify your higher price with the way you communicate. I don't know, Eric's behind the camera right now. Eric, how many times do we talk about you can't be a shithead with communication?
1,000,000 times.
1,000,000 times at least, right? Guys, this is the way you answer the phone. Are you answering the phone? I'm telling you right now, more and more contractors that I talk to, more and more friends of mine that are hiring contractors tell me, okay, my friends tell me, yeah, I just call until somebody answers the phone and I usually end up hiring that contractor. And the contractors that are crushing it right now, they're going, yeah, I pretty much just answer my phone and I communicate in a way that is honoring what I said I would do, and I get the job and the money's not even a factor. All right, so the way you answer your phone, who's answering your phone, the spirit that they have. How about the forms on your website? How about your website as a whole, the way you come across on your website? Like if you're talking about doing a backyard getaway for $250,000, but I go to your website and it loads slow, it's not mobile friendly, shit doesn't work right on it, pictures are outdated, a bunch of stock photos that are just ugly and don't fit the page, there's no information, there's no FAQs, there's no pricing guides and things like that, you're going to have a hard time making the case, proving that it's reasonable that you're charging somebody $250,000 for the thing. I mentioned the web forms. I can't tell you how many times people fill something out online and they never hear from the company. You are making the case that you can't be trusted, that you're not reliable. Or how about being timely? This is all about communication. Yeah, I'll call you at 4 o'clock on Thursday and we could talk about your project, and it's 4:18 and they still haven't heard from you. Okay? You are communicating that you're a shithead. You are justifying a low price, not a high value experience for the client. Grammar, typos, you guys know I lose my shit on that all the time. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not the most grammar perfect guy in the world, but at least I proofread my texts and my emails and the things I do. And sometimes I'll proofread them 7 or 8 times and I'll still miss something. Okay, I get it, but it shouldn't be the norm. Many of you guys are communicating via text with no capitals, no punctuation. You're using slang. Instead of business, you're going biz, B-I-Z, instead, biz 911, and like it's your handle or some shit on Instagram, whatever. So I don't know where I'm going with that. How about the way you communicate? Are you confident or arrogant and defensive? That's a big one. Like, confidence is attractive. It's like you're a magnet. People want to be around confident people, but a lot of contractors, they look at all the experience they have and their quality work and all this other stuff, right, that they think matters, and they come across like an arrogant prick. Okay? You can still be confident and not be a dick about it in the way that you communicate. And then the final thing on this whole, you justify your higher prices with your communication, is speed is king. Speed is king. The faster that you can communicate with somebody, the faster that you could talk money, the faster that you can get somebody on the schedule, get a deposit check, get a signature, you've taken them off the market. They're not shopping anymore. All right? Neil, one of my wingman here in the fight, who does so many things in the back end, I can't even tell you all the things Neil does, but I've known Neil for many, many years. Super successful remodeling contractor, sold his business probably 10 years ago now. All right? He responded so quickly to people with the leads that would come in. He'd pre-qualify them, get them through. He'd get some sort of commitment. Now they're off the market. They're not looking anymore. All right? Most people don't give a shit about your price if you communicate well. Now, I know there's a few of you right now, and you're going to be, until you get out of your own way, the few of you that are watching this, I think there's 3 or 4 of you probably, all right? They're watching, and this right now, that you're going to hear this, you're never going to change because you're never going to get out of your own way. So you should probably just fast forward or just back button out of here right now. All right. But there's a few of you that are going, Tom, price is the only thing that matters. All customers care about is price. That is small thinking. Okay. 90% of the people that want to do a project, price is like 6th, 7th, 8th on the list. There's so many other factors that are more important. All right. Number 2 way. Second thing you can do to justify your higher prices, you prove to be reasonable with the content that you produce. I briefly touched on this about the communication when somebody's on your website and how it works and the information that's there. But be a damn educator. Be an educator. What so many of you don't realize is that from today that you're seeing this, a year from now, 3 years from now, 8 years from now, the time is going to pass anyway. So you have a choice. You could do nothing and wait for shit to come your way, or you could go on the offensive and be the best educator in your industry. All right? You can create content every damn day. And over time, your fingerprint in the marketplace will grow and grow. It's like those maps, right? Those maps when I was a kid, and it'd be like a history video, and they're like Genghis Khan conquered Asia, and they'd show like this thing spreading across the continent. That's what your content does. It spreads, it grows like a bad rash, except it's a good rash because it brings fucking money back to you. All right? Again, the majority of you that are watching this right now, wake up. Wake up, I'm talking to you. The majority of you will not lift a fucking finger to be the best educator in your industry, and you're going to bitch about the economy and inflation and nobody wants to work and people don't want to pay my prices and all that other bullshit, but you're too goddamn fucking lazy to lift a finger and shoot a video because you're like, oh, I'm not good on camera. Fuck you, get good on camera. I'm not good at writing. Fuck you, learn how to write. Outsource the shit. There's always a way to create content. But the majority of you watching this right now, you're going to be whacking off for the next 15 years wondering why you're fucking broke and you can't retire and you can't pay cash for the fucking braces your kid needs. Get your fucking head out of your ass. Jesus, I wasn't going to be pissed during this video. But I'm pissed because I get your emails and I get your DMs and you people fucking think there's an easy button. The shit takes what it takes. In fact, this is a perfect time for this quote. I was wondering where I was going to fit this in here today. Nick Saban, Alabama football coach. If you want to be good, you really don't have a lot of choices because it takes what it takes. And a lot of you are trying to argue with that. A lot of you are like, oh, I'm different. I'm special. My market's different. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. All right? Educate people with your content. Add value. Answer common questions. Talk about your prices. Talk about your process. Talk about your people. Take us behind the scenes of your fucking business and show us why you're worth twice as much as the other fuck stick in your neighborhood. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm back. And for now, I'm calm. I get fired up because I read your damn emails. I read how your wife is leaving you, how your dog bit your nuts off. I read about how you can't pay your bills. Your electricity's been shut off. You can't afford the meds for your kid who needs the meds to be healthy. Okay? I read about the divorces. I read about all the bullshit that you guys are going through as contractors, and it's friendly fucking fire. Okay? It's friendly fire. So you justify your higher prices with your communication. You justify with your content. And the third thing here, you justify your higher prices with the experience you bring. I don't mean your experience. I'm 20 years in the business. Fuck you and your 20 years. All right? Nobody gives a shit about your 20 years or your 8 years, or if you're the new guy, because I get those messages too. I've only been in business, I've only been in business 3 months, 3 years. I can't charge those prices. Yes, you can. Telling you right now. Okay, so it's not about your years in the game, it's not the experience you're delivering for your prospects, for your clients. We talked about the experience in your communication, the experience with your content, and that's part of it. But what else is there that make up your experience? How about the spirit of the people that you hire? The people that show up on the job site that you employ, do they look like they just rolled out of bed and they've been, doing hookers and blow all night for the last fucking 3 nights in a row, and they haven't showered, and they fucking have bedhead, and they roll out of the truck and a beer can falls out and they're smoking a J? All right? Like, seriously, I've seen shit like that. Or the guy that I remember many years ago bid against, he pulled into the driveway in a piece of shit fucking paint van, leaking oil in the driveway. He got up, flicked a cigarette in the yard, blew a loogie out of his nose, wiped his hands, knocked on the door, and shook the homeowner's hand. Made me want to fucking hurl. All right? What about your people? The way they answer the phone, the way you answer the phone. Are they smiling? Is there a good spirit about them? That's part of the experience. What does it feel like to work with your company? That's the experience. Was working with you a chore, or was it like really simple? Wow, I just had to cut a check and shit happened. This was nice. I was kept in the loop. The experience is also the way you honor your promises that you make to your customers. All right, so many years ago, we had this thing where we would do a pre-game meeting with the customer, a pre-job visit with the customer. And in the sales process, I would say, people would always go, Tom, why should we go with your company over all the others? Right? We've all heard that question. Why should I pay more money? Because I know you're more expensive than everybody else, blah, blah, blah. Why? And I'd say, I could talk about all the quality and all that other stuff that, you would expect when you hire a pro, but I would say the number one reason that I think we're pretty good fit for most people is the way we pre-plan a job. Okay? And I would walk them through the checklist that we would use once the contract was signed, and what happened and who would contact them and how they would be communicated with and what would happen next, giving them clarity of where we're going in the future on the process in this whole project. And each time we honored one of those things I said we were going to do, we were honoring a promise that we made, and the trust level went up, and it validated, it justified, it proved to be right and reasonable why we were more money, because it was a better experience. We were doing what we said we would do. The experience is also not leaving a bunch of loose ends and to-dos for people. Okay? This is such low-hanging fruit, you guys. This video, this training I'm doing right now for you is such low-hanging fruit. If you just did this, like, paint the house, build the thing, landscape the yard. Don't leave me something I got to clean up. Don't leave me a to-do. Okay? Most people, people hire you because they don't want to do anything. All right? Or part of the experience is the ease of addressing issues with your company. Okay? A lot of you guys are doing a great job knocking it out of the park. The experience was solid, but then there's a warranty issue, or something's not working right, or it wasn't built properly, or something failed, and it's like pulling teeth to get your ass back out there, okay? Because you're looking at it as an expense instead of an opportunity to shine and build your brand and market your business and make shit easy for people. All right? Which is why we coach people to do warranty calls, to be preemptive about stuff before something goes wrong. So guys, all of these things build trust. Communication, the content, and the experience. When you nail these things, trust is built. You can't just say you're worth more. You have to prove it in each step of the experience and the process with your company. I promise if you dial these 3 things in, these 3 main areas of your business, you can expect pretty much right away to get a ton less pushback when a price comes out of your mouth that's higher than everyone else. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to reiterate this. I'm going to do it without losing my shit right now. Okay? Some of you are going to go, well, you're going to message me, and don't message me. I don't want to hear it if you're going to message me what I'm about to say. Tom, people are just cheap. People are just cheap. People are just cheap. Okay? Well, if people are just cheap, then why are there hundreds of thousands of contractors around the globe crushing it in profit, in sales, becoming millionaires, paying off $500,000 worth of debt within a year or two and 10x in their fucking personal income and shit like that? People are not cheap. You're just not good enough. Okay? That's really what it is. If you're getting all this price pushback, your skills are what's lacking. It's not the customer's fault. You have not made the case for why you're worth more as a company. So you can't just say this. All right? Okay, out of 100 people, maybe 5 are shitty cheap asses, right? But the other 95, they're probably your ideal client if you learn how to communicate, provided the content, and delivered a great experience. They'd be happy to cut your ass a check. The reason they argue with the price, they don't see the value. So anyway, appreciate you hanging with us here today on Contractor Fight TV. I yell at you because I love you. I want you to win. I'm tired of getting emails from you that you're struggling and all this other garbage. I mean, guys, I'm being so honest with you right now, it's pathetic. The number of messages we get from contractors that are contemplating suicide, struggling with depression, their wife is leaving them, and all this other garbage, and it's shit that we can control. It's stuff that I can control in my life and you can control in your life. That's why I get intense about this, because I want you to win. All right? I really don't care about your business. I care about you. I care about your life. I care about your relationships. I care about your health. That's why we do what we do here in the fight. All right, if you want to strengthen these 3 areas and move faster than just consuming this stuff and kind of shooting in the dark and trying to figure out on your own, head to thecontractorfight.com/battleground. It's the best group coaching program on the planet. You get access to me and all of our other coaches in the Contractor Fight. We have a lot of good shit going on in there. Bottom line is, if you're ready to put in the work, do what you're coached to do, I guarantee you your life is going to be radically different in a better way within the next 6 to 12 months. You guys rock. I got to roll.